Hi everyone, I'm Jackie, and this is Yoga Literacy with the St. Louis Public Library. Each week, I bring you a 30-minute yoga practice appropriate for beginners on up, and I recommend a book or an audiobook or an ebook available through the library. This week, our practice is about slowing down, and we'll be learning a style of yoga called Yin Yoga that is much slower and more restful than what you might be used to doing or the styles of yoga that we've been doing in this series. Now, they say you teach what you need to learn, and I think that's definitely true for me and the lesson of slowing down. It's sometimes really difficult for me to slow down and to stop doing so much. And underneath that, I think there's a sense that I'll lose something if I slow down or if I'm not doing everything. Lose what? I'm not sure, and I don't think it's true that I will lose something. So when I'm able to slow down and get more rest and stop pushing so hard, what I notice is that life really opens up. Life feels more sparkling and more magical, and I can remember the parts about life that really make me feel alive and really help me to savor this experience of living this human life. And all it takes is just slowing down a little bit and not feeling so rushed and so stressed to be checking off a list at all times. But it's hard to do. It's really hard to do. And this practice of Yin Yoga can help. This is a style where we stay in poses for a few minutes at a time. The idea is that you keep your muscles relaxed and cool, and you're stretching instead the fascia or connective tissue that surrounds your muscles and your joints and your nerves and even your organs. And so by holding them for a few minutes at a time, this connective tissue, which stretches slower than muscle, can slowly stretch. And the end result is that overall you feel more calm, brighter, more flexible, more open, more ready to receive what life is dishing out today. The book I'm recommending is a book called Wintering by Katherine May, and it is available as an ebook, an audiobook, and a hard copy through the library. They are all now on hold, so add your name to the hold list. It's a popular book this winter. It's about the importance of resting during difficult times, and this year has definitely been a difficult one, and we're not through it yet. We're in the middle of winter, and I'm listening to this book right now, and it's providing such comfort and a reminder that in life there are natural seasons where you can just slow down and rest more and not be constantly in this springtime and summer mode of producing. There's winter too, and as a culture, I think we've forgotten a little bit about how to do winter. So Wintering is the name of the book, Katherine May. It's available through the library. There's a link at the bottom. And let's get started with our Yin practice. I'm excited. If you have a couple blocks, grab those. If you don't, no big deal. You can also use a blanket or two or a pillow, but again, if you don't have any of those things around, don't worry. We're going to start in a pose called butterfly pose. And we'll bring the bottoms of our feet together. It's not the same butterfly pose that you may be familiar with, where your heels are in close to your seat, as close as you can go. This is a different one. The feet are farther away. So your legs are making more like a diamond shape, a long diamond shape. Now, if this is uncomfortable for your knees or your hips, the blocks will be really helpful to go underneath your knees. But if it feels fine, if it doesn't feel painful, go without the props. And we just let the head and chest go down. And that's all. We'll be here for a couple of minutes. You stay like this with your head down. I will be up so that it's easier to speak into the microphone. Relax your hands. Maybe your hands are touching your shins or your feet, and that's fine. but if they are, no gripping, relaxed. You could also have your palms turned to face up. Relax your fingers and your palms. Begin to lengthen and soften your breath. Let's breathe at the same pace with an inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and an exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1, and in. And out. Keep breathing like this. And feel gravity. Your head relaxing down. The weight of your head relaxing down. Your jaw relaxing. Your spine lengthening. I'm going to leave you in quiet for just a minute. Make your body like a rag doll. Relaxed jaw. Breathing in, walk your hands slowly up your legs. And use your hands to gather your legs in closer and your feet as wide as your mat. Your hands go behind you. Just relax back on your hands and slowly take your knees side to side in a windshield wipe. Relaxed. Slow. And then back to the center. Hands walk towards your hips. Stretch out your right leg. Tuck your left leg in. Now you can use your block underneath your knee again if it's helpful. And you can adjust how wide this right leg is. So start with it a little wider than your hip. And for this pose, half butterfly, we're folding down towards the leg. If you've started with your leg really wide and out here, folding towards your leg might feel like a lot for the left side of your back. So you can bring your leg in. You can also bring it wider. And let me show you one other thing. If you have a block or a blanket or a pillow, some people like to rest the head down on that. And if this leg is not comfortable being all the way straight, the prop can go underneath your knee too, and that can be really helpful. If you're finding this pose very uncomfortable, try this. Knee bent, support with a blanket or pillow or block underneath, and then fold. Now let your head and chest go down again. Again, I'll stay seated, but you fold. And let's let some weight go towards the ground. Gravity is your friend in this practice. Let's come back to that nice, calm, soft breath. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. Exhale. And keep breathing. Feel how as you stay in these poses for longer, there's a little bit more release the longer you hold the stretch. Maybe you feel the left side of your back releasing some tension or lengthening. Maybe you feel your chest and your head coming a little bit closer down towards the floor. A few more deep breaths here. Relax your foot. Relax your jaw. Relax your eyes. Let's take one more breath. And slowly start to roll out of the pose. Stretch both legs out. And lean back onto your hands. So just like you're at the beach, roll your ankles a few times in one direction, nice and slow. And then the other direction. Back to the center to pause. We'll go to the other side. Left leg out, right leg in. Reminders about the props you can use to support your knee or to keep your leg a little bit bent with the prop underneath your knee. And then head and chest go down. Find that nice soothing cadence of breath. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale. Keep breathing like that. Relax your left ankle. Relax your face. Feel your spine lengthening and relaxing down. Imagine relaxing all of your muscles. And let your bones feel heavy. Let your eyes feel soft. Let your cheeks relax. And the corners of your mouth. Three more breaths here. Soft, quiet breathing. One more breath. And slowly come up. Take your time, no rush. Keep your hands relaxed and your face relaxed. Take your props, if you've got them, off to the side. Stretch your legs out in a V again. Hands behind you. And then walk your hands back. We're lying down. Bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and then bring your knees in towards your chest and your hands to your shins. Really, really gently rock side to side. Really gently massage your sacrum. Squeeze your knees in now. And lower both feet to the floor with your knees bent. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. This is sometimes called reclined pigeon pose. And if this feels like a good stretch for your outer right hip with your left foot on the ground, stay here. If you want a little more, lift your knees up without using your hands. And when they're as close to your body as you can get, then take your hands around your left thigh and relax your legs. We'll take 5 slow breaths in this reclined pigeon. So find that nice cadence, a slow, soothing breath. Relax the weight of your head. Relax your shoulder blades. Relax your jaw. If your legs are lifted, lower your foot down to the ground. Uncross your legs and bring your knees in towards your chest. Take your knees over to the left in a twist and extend your right arm out at your side. So if that's a lot, if that feels like a lot for your spine or for the right side of your back, you can place a block or a blanket between your knees. If it's too much on the low back, scoot your knees up towards your chest a little bit. And if both of those don't work, back to the center, feet wide like the windshield wiper, and then knees can go over to the right like that. Okay. But in a twist. As you breathe out, let your shoulder blades sink down towards the ground. And your head too. Each breath heavier and more relaxed. Each breath, jaw is softer. Legs are heavier. A moment of quiet here. Permission to let yourself rest and be still. To the center. Slowly, feet to the ground, and pause. Notice if you feel a difference side to side. You can have your legs bent or stretched out. Now cross your left ankle over right thigh. You can stay here or lift your knees in towards your chest, hands around your right leg. If lifting your legs up like this, lift your head to, go back to feet on the ground. We want the weight of the head to be able to relax and the shoulder blades to be heavy for 5 deep breaths. Nice, smooth breaths. Let the weight of your head relax back. I know I've said it a lot, but sometimes it takes a little bit to actually happen. Let the weight of your head release back. Next exhale, if your legs are lifted, lower your foot. Uncross your legs and bring your knees in towards your chest. Take your knees over to the right side. And reminder, you can use a prop between your knees, or you can bring your knees up a little closer to your chest. Or you can take that windshield variation. We're letting the head and the shoulders and everything melt down. Try to let go of all the weight in your arms and let your shoulder blades feel like boulders sinking down towards the ground. A moment of quiet here. See if you can just listen to and feel the rhythms of your breath. The rise and fall of your belly. Heaviness and a softening in the body. Couple more deep breaths. And slowly bring yourself back to the center. Rock a couple times on your spine, side to side. Pause at the center, give your knees a squeeze in. Bring your feet to the floor. Rest your hands on your belly. Notice how you feel. If it's comfortable, stretch your legs out straight on the ground. If not, you can leave your knees bent. Close here. A moment of Shavasana. Feel your whole body and breathe. Feel your whole body and breathe. You can stay here for longer if you'd like. I'm going to leave you here. When you transition out of your practice and into the rest of your day, try and do it slowly. And if you're feeling calm, if you're feeling more relaxed, try to keep that with you for a little bit longer off the mat. And notice if anything shifts in your perception of your day or your schedule after you've taken time to slow down a little bit. Thanks so much for practicing with me. I'll see you next week.